Hello and welcome to Brightsmith's Women in Mobility series. Today I am joined by Natalia Tomiyama. She is the co-founder and general manager of NÜWIEL, an e-trailer business based out of Hamburg. And congratulations are in order to Natalia, who has recently closed a round of funding and has a new strategic partner. So over to you, Natalia, if you want to tell us a little bit about yourself and about NÜWIEL.
Thanks. Happy to be here. So I'm a co-founder and general manager at NÜWIEL, and what NÜWIEL does is developing sustainable yet efficient solutions for the last mile delivery. What we offer is an electric bicycle trailer that can be connected to any bicycle and carry lots of heavy weight without pushing or pulling the bike. So the trailer follows the cyclist automatically and accelerates and brakes automatically with it. My role at NÜWIEL is general management, business development, so a commercial aspect of the company's development.
Well, thank you for the introduction. And I think it would be great to hear a little bit more about how you got into the mobility sector.
So I think the reason why my co-founder and I started the startup is because we wanted to solve a problem and we identified a challenge, which is business challenge, but also a challenge for any private person who lives in a very densely populated urban area, such as Hamburg, Berlin, Paris, London. And it's no possibility to transport heavy goods without using a car. So today there are so many mobility solutions for person transport. You can use public transport, you can use shared car, electric scooter, you can cycle, but you cannot really transport heavy weights like 100 kilogram on your bike. And that's how we started to develop something which would enable any private person, but also businesses, to carry lots of heavy and bulky weight in a really simple way. And the simple way is to connect a trailer, which is intelligent and electric, to a normal bicycle and enable the bicycle to transport heavy weights in a really urban and densely populated environment.
And moving on to the topic of today's conversation is women in mobility, and we've chatted about this before, but I think you're fairly unique being a female co-founder. There are very few around in this sector and we would really like to see more. So why is it that you think we need more female entrepreneurial voices in the sector, and what can that add to a business?
I think because mobility historically is very male dominated, and we need more female voices to bring diversity. So I think with more females in this industry, we can see and identify more problems. So we can see the picture more full and more complete. By seeing the whole picture, we can also identify the problems. And by doing so, we can also come up with better solutions, which is not only halfway solving the problem, but solving the problem because we see the whole picture. And today, the industry is still extremely male dominated. It's very masculine, and by having more female, I hope that there will be a change and there will be a movement to come up with better solutions, better ideas, to promote better ideas, and by doing so bringing up more topics such as sustainability in mobility, efficiency in mobility, and more inclusiveness in the mobility. This is also quite an important topic on many different levels.
And what do you most love about working in the mobility industry?
My sector, so the whole mobility is really big industry, but what we do, we start with the last mile delivery. So this is a segment of the whole mobility. And it's basically transport of goods in the very last, really last mile. So it's bringing parcels, food or whatever to the end customers. And this sector of industry is extremely new and it's growing. And what I love about it, that it's been appearing or emerging because of the customers, because of the customer demand. So we buy so many things online, and the e-commerce has been growing really fast, and it's still growing. And the demand comes from the customer and from the infrastructure point of view, from cities, and also from the delivery companies. So the customer wants to have the parcel really fast at special time. Cities want to have less cars and to be more sustainable. And delivery staff doesn't want to have so much stress by sorting the parcels, bringing it on the time, looking for the parking space. And these all challenges are so really modern and I think unique. And what we can do, we can tackle all these challenges considering the sustainability, considering city infrastructure, considering customer need, but also delivery staff problems, and come up with a solution that satisfies all these needs and hopefully brings the whole topic of the last mile delivery and mobility to another level. So it's our contribution to something new via the technology that we developed and patented.
Brilliant. And going back to the start where we mentioned the investment, my next question is what exciting opportunities are ahead? And given the investment and the partnership, I'm guessing there's a lot. So if you can give us a bit of insight.
Yeah, so we closed the financial round a couple of weeks ago with VC called Next Shed, and they are of the Eberspächer Group. Eberspächer is automotive supplier. It's still a family company of 300 years old, and we're extremely lucky and proud having them on board because it brings us and brings the company to another level. It will give us an opportunity to scale our operations, but also it brings us credibility and further partnerships with automotive suppliers. So for us, it's more than just an investment. It's definitely a strategic partnership that we are extremely lucky and grateful to have.
Brilliant, exciting times. And lastly, and I guess this goes well with your growth, what advice would you give to the next generation of people who are looking to move into the mobility sector, to see this as a career opportunity and to be part of this movement?
I think it's definitely mobility industry extremely interesting, and it's going to grow, and there are so many different opportunities there. What's important though is, I don't know whether for entrepreneurs or future employees in this industry, is to try to solve the problem. Be very customer oriented to solve the problem, and by solving the problem bring the value. And today there are so many different opportunities in mobility. It's related to electric vehicles, it's related to autonomous vehicles, it's related to people transport, such as sharing schemes and cities infrastructure. There are so many different ideas needed and different solutions needed. And I think what's important is not just to bring some kind of solutions, but actually try to solve the problem, try to identify the problem, and solve it with your solution, solve it with your idea, and by doing so, creating value, generating value. And it's for the companies, for the cities, and also for the people and the environment.
Wonderful, some great advice, and also I think very inspirational to see someone that's been through this journey and taken this next step and moving through various different funding rounds. And showing that it's certainly possible, and possible with something that's totally new, which is incredible. So thank you, well done, and thank you very much for being a part of the series. And I hope that my dog didn't put you off getting your sausage dog.
No, no, thank you very much, and really thinking about having a sausage dog.
Well, yeah, thank you for being a part of the series, and yeah, let's speak soon.
Yeah, thank you very much for having me. Take care.